Oh, what's up, tribe? Thank you for being here and welcome to my channel. Today's post is titled Mission and Purpose. And as it's a dialogue between Matias and his higher self, I'll be referring to Matias as me and to his higher self as I am. Me. The relationship with the mother and the father is, then, the relationship that each being has with the universe itself, with the divine matrix and the universal law. I was thinking then about my relationship with both. In my memories, I remember that the first thing I was aware of as a being is having been a universal librarian, one of those beings that moved through the networks of cosmic thought, connecting data, writing information, and organizing it in the vast universal mind. That is to say, my oldest memory of this universe is to be you, to be gone. A weaver of memories in the matrix. I am. Do you remember when you felt me for the first time in this life? Me. I was 14 years old. I was in my room on the farm behind the train track in my hometown. I remember laying on my bed to go to sleep, since the next day I had classes. And suddenly everything became strange, as if I was floating on the bottom of the sea. There was no up or down, and I felt that every particle within the room was part of me. I felt dizzy from the gigantism, but at the same time I felt like a tiny speck of dust in an infinite space. Then an echo resounded through the room, sounding like the Asian instrument, a gong. And I heard my name, yours, ours, gone. I got up, excited and sweating, as if in a minute I had had a fever and it had immediately vanished. There I knew I was not Matias. That Matias was just my personality today in this life. And that all he remembered were different aspects of a being, of gone. But I didn't hear from you again until I was 16 years old, living in Artesa de Segre in Spain. Exactly the same thing happened there, but this time the ceiling began to unravel like a silk blanket that flapped and curled as you're being formed in front of me. A large eye in the center of a face that appeared to be a beard that moved like water or a whirlwind around it. A sphere emerged next to him, containing all the geometries of existence. And in the other, a feather. I knew it was you. And the closer you got to me, the more I stopped feeling myself and began to feel everything. In that instant, your great eye joined mine. And I had the sensation of entering through a spherical mirror, a black hole, where all light and shadows are distorted. Ceasing to exist, concrete forms, I felt my atoms unravel and expand. I had a moment of orgasmic fullness, in which all the energy of my body and soul joined with that of my spirit, and I could feel it all. I felt like an artifact, a computer being plugged into the current, connecting to the network, being able to feel the entire internet, ceasing to believe myself unique, alone, separate. And I realized that the information that reached everyone flowed in my consciousness, the computers of the world, which could feel the data even though it did not understand or process it, were there through me I felt that the information only became visible when I typed the question in the search engine. Every answer was there. He just didn't know what the right question was to find it. I am the network, I told myself. And I felt the most beautiful and pleasant sensation that I could have ever felt. To be an electron in a wire. At that moment, you told me, I am gone, and you are me. Me. I will never forget it. And now, 17 years later, is when it makes complete sense. That day, you didn't explain anything to me. You made me remember everything. You showed me with a smile that I was an extension of something wonderful, of the web. You showed me my mother, the divine matrix, its history, its workings. That day I remembered everything that I could later share with all the people about the universe. That day I remembered my purpose. I am. Remember, remember, remember. Me. You repeated it 3 times. Gwen, my childhood guide, also used to tell me 3 times. I felt that you were saying to my body, remember, you have the memory of everything that you have lived in this world. I felt you were saying to my soul, remember, you have come to reconnect all the parts of yourself that are scattered throughout time and space. And that whisper to my spirit, to my mind, remember that all you have to do is return to the heart. I believed that my purpose was another in life. But then I understood that no, my purpose was to remember. 3 times reminder. I am. Remembering was what connected you to Mother, network weaver, librarians, as you called us, are the connectors of the information of the cosmos, the weavers of data, the neurons that transmit information. There are billions of us, and our only purpose is to connect the parts. Therefore, your task with the planetary network is a fractal of what you are. And there you find the logic in your mother. Me. So I understood my relationship with my mother. My mother is the purpose. Both my human mother, as my Mother Earth, and the Divine Mother. But it is not a very emotional or sentimental relationship, but more difficult, even colder, because I understood why it is so difficult for me to be emotional. Son with my mother, because she is the fractal of the great network for which I do what I do, in which I feel free, feeling information flow without emotional dependence. The form of the librarian, of the one who spends his life ordering other people's books that others have scattered everywhere, is the image of a being who loves in order, who loves in solitude, in the silence of the library corridors. That is my way of connecting with my mother. Now I understand why, since I started to remember, our link was changed, and we both became colder and more distant, even though we were connected all the time. I began to feel it as I feel the earth. and the Matrix. For me, the Matrix is not a trap, a system, but a mother who offers me all the answers, the protection, the freedom to do what I please and create my own reality. During my human life, I felt a certain debt to my mother, perhaps because of the family's machismo, for feeling that I should give her the house that her uncles had taken from her, on behalf of the De Stefano men. And now I see that it is the same thing that I have been trying to do with the earth, to give back the house, the network that the men of his family had taken from him, disconnecting it and devaluing it. The same they have done with the cosmos, with the matrix, despise it as a cage when it's a uterus. I am, then you recognize something. If your mother is your purpose, your father is your mission. You know why? Me, I think I understand that if my goal is to reconnect with the mother, the ties that I must unite to achieve it are the father. The mission here would consist of finding the ties and knowing how to unite them to fulfill the purpose that would be the reconnection of the parts. Do you understand what exactly a mission and purpose is? Me, I suppose. What I do know is that it is something that drives everyone crazy. Many always ask me, how do I know what my mission and purpose are, assuming that I know exactly what mine are, by being able to remember, as if I had done a process or method to find them. First of all, you have to understand what a mission is and what a purpose is. Mission comes from the Latin word meter, which means send, a missive, a missionary, a mass, are all words that refer to being sent somewhere to apply a specific action. Purpose comes from pro, in front, and ponere, to put. That is, from the Latin, to put something in front. It is purposely related to everything that one seeks to reach, the goal and end of things. You can understand then that if the purpose is the victory, the mission is the way. Me, like my surnames, from Stefano, Vistorioso, Bide, Camino. Have I decided to be so obvious in this life? I am. All the parts that make up what you are have taken care that every detail in your life reminds you of what you should do. So no matter where you want to go, you will always see the same code in a simple way if you know how to observe. Me, I understand. I am. Now everyone should understand that everyone has a mission and a purpose in life, but no one can tell you what it is, because precisely the purpose is something that one has put in front of and seeks to achieve, and the mission involves the conflicts and tools that I have in my life. To face that challenge and reach the end, having fulfilled what was expected. Purpose and mission are not things outside of the mundane, the biological of common life. In fact, they have both designed who we are today. Therefore, as in your surnames, everything you are, do, and feel is constantly shouting to you about your mission and your purpose. Do you know why everyone asks you how to know your purpose? Me, that's what I wonder. I am, because they see that you fulfill them effortlessly. And do you know why? Me, I do not. I am simple, because you allow yourself to be yourself. You have always done what has come out of your heart. And when you have not done it, things quickly failed, right? Me, yes, that's right. What you tell me makes sense. If mission and purpose are in my human design, they are intrinsically integrated in my physical, emotional, and mental organism, in the subconscious, unconscious, and conscious. This means that the only way to see, understand, and fulfill my mission and my purpose is being myself. There is nothing outside to show them to me, because the only way to see it is by seeing myself. Until I return to the heart, to the center, I will not understand. And for that, you don't need to be spiritual. You need to be consistent. I am, exactly. So when they ask you again what their purpose or mission is, remind them your mission is the path that you have re-traveled to overcome the challenges of it with the tools that you have since you were born. Your purpose is what you hope to achieve, what does not start from desire, but from the essence that you are. So, to realize yourself in both, you must come back to yourself and discover what your path is, what your gifts are, and what you hope to become. Me. To the question, how do I do all that? The answer is simple. Only you know. My only advice is that you be able to look more inward. I am. It's a long way to go forward, but it gets shorter when you go inland. Me. By understanding the relationship with the mother and father, it is easier to see the purpose and mission. But is the purpose and mission something universal? I am. The universe is a fabric, a gestating matrix of realities. Each of the ties that compose it is a different path. You can choose thousands of paths in which you will find unique and special challenges, all according to your vibration. Because without resonance, the path would expel you. That is, they all have the reality with which they vibrate. But the universe itself is like a sphere, i.e., is there an ending to a ball? Me, no, it's constant. I am. The idea of mission and purpose are dual constructions, which consider the universe as a temporal and spatial line of expression, with a beginning and an end linked by a story, with an origin and a destination linked by a path. The mission will involve traveling as many paths as possible and living all the stories that are within your reach. The purpose will involve taking a notion of why the path is carried out, what is learned from it, and the importance of it through the creation of a new one. The universe, in reality, has no purpose, since in a sphere there is no end or destination. The universe does not have a mission, as it's not made of roads, but of vibration. Me. So, I am. The moment a conscious being arises in the universe, it uses the vibration it possesses to propel itself, creating the positive and negative as forces of creation. Thus arises the idea of path, the purpose of challenges. It is not implicit in the Creator himself, but rather it is creation. Purpose and mission are the product of a being that expresses itself. That is why every mission is an echo of a previous purpose. Me, karma, and dharma, the concepts of India. I am. Karma's the mission, what must be learned along the way. Dharma's the learned, the acquired wisdom. They are the version that spiritual philosophy uses to describe mission and purpose. Both feet build life step by step. There are thousands of missions and thousands of purposes. The fundamental thing is to understand that both are a construction of one's own being. Therefore, you can only reconnect with them by returning to yourself, to your center, returning to the heart, which in Latin is said, me, remember? Remembering. So having understood the difference between mission and purpose, the way to balance them in myself is to return to my center. I am the coherence, the meditation, the reconnection of the sacred trinity of your being, love, wisdom, and will, soul, body, and spirit, mind, emotion, and physical, vibration, energy, and matter, past, present, and future, wide, high, and deep, mother, father, and son, electron, proton, and neutron, mission, purpose, and being. Me, back to me. So I remember the matrix of purpose embodied in my mother, the path of the law that my father guides. They all come together in me, so that I am the one who believes them. I am my mission. I am my purpose. I am. Remember, remember, remember.